Fucking hell, the heat.
This is what we get for coming to tropical paradise to film guitar videos instead of staying in our air-conditioned indoor non-tropical homes.
We get sweaty is what we get.
I do that at home. Why did I come here to get more sweaty? But you know what we're here to actually talk about, Colin?
I think we're here to talk about, are you playing your guitar wrong?
I know I am.
Yeah. It's a hot topic that we need to get into here.
A hot topic in a hot location.
Absolutely.
Look at the sheen on our skin. We're sweating already talking about this topic. So I pitched this idea to Colin because we're trying to come up with ideas. When you're in a tropical paradise, it's hard to think of things that are wrong.
Absolutely.
To make videos about. And so I had a thought. When I play guitar, the vast majority of time when I'm sitting around noodling, I think I'm playing with the wrong part of my body.
I agree. I'm about to say this. I'm the same.
I'm playing with these guys here. I'm playing with all muscle memory instead of playing with the sexiest part of the human body, the mind, the hairline.
Oh, hello, Andy.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, gentlemen. I brought you a little pick-me-up.
We were just complaining that we were so hot. And you came just in time. Oh, your hand. Touch my neck. Oh, yes, that's nice. Thank you. Thank you. Cheers.
Enjoy.
Cheers to playing with the wrong part of our bodies. It's your drink. It's the Tequila Sunrise.
Tequila Sunrise. It's lovely.
We're playing with our hands. We're playing with our muscle memory. Instead of playing with our minds, we're even playing with our
With
ears.
the ears, which are the most important part for a musician. We should be listening more.
So often when I go back and listen to my recordings, I'm like, what is this?
In the cold light of day, when you're actually listening for the good parts.
Like,
why
was I just, and when I'm actually playing it, I'm like, yeah, oh, that feels cool.
feels great in the moment. And then,
You know?
how much do you record guitar-wise that ends up not getting used because you're like, oh, that's just not good enough?
You know what? The stuff that makes it isn't good enough, which really says a lot about the stuff that doesn't make it.
Yeah.
And when I find that, like, I've been in bands, I've written songs, and when I'm writing songs, what my output is as far as the guitar parts is so much different than what I do when I'm sitting around noodling and I'm jamming, when I'm trying to impress myself with my finger gymnastics and stuff like that. Everything gets simplified. Everything becomes about the song. Everything becomes about the notes and where they're going and how the song is building, because I'm actually listening.
Songwriting's a whole different beast in that regard. And,
Right.
and you're playing it along with other instruments and trying to get something to fit together as a complete unit.
Mm-hmm.
And you're thinking about it and you're being careful of where your parts are. But when we're demoing, when we're sitting on our own, when we're just playing things and trying to show the scope of a product perhaps, or just for our own pleasure, we're not doing that same critical thought. And we're not listening in the same ways.
Absolutely.
Tone's in the fingers, but it's it's these fingers, unfortunately.
Tone might be in the fingers, but I think music is in the mind.
Oh, that's a t-shirt. Get that
That's a t-shirt right there. Music is in the mind. I think it was better for your channel than my channel.
I'll take that idea then. That's my new merchandise.
No one's coming to my channel for good ideas.
So how do we change the concept of muscle memory only when playing? How do we implement that better? Oh,
Muscle memory, get it? Because tropical island, seafood.
oh, muscle.
I remember
Henning, did you eat any mussels the other day?
I did. I hate seafood, but damn, they were buttery.
I remember you eating mussels the other night.
Who's Irene?
I didn't even say anything close to Irene.
The heat's got to him.
If you're gonna make a pun, make sure it works. I want to see what your muscle memory stuff is, where you're not thinking about what you're playing. Stuff
Let's
just
have a look.
falls out of you, and then I'll do mine.
We've got this this lovely red Harley Benton Telecaster.
Is it red though?
It's got a bit of a pink shimmer if you get it just in the. I think here I
Like
can see
right
it.
there, you
Yeah.
can't see this angle, but it goes from this very classic, kind of like bright red, to this coral pink, depending on the light. It's like a light shifting thing, but it doesn't do the obnoxious green to purple.
Yeah, it's not a chameleon style thing.
Right.
It's very subtle change.
And it's very attractive.
And I don't know how much you would notice that outside of the gorgeous sunshine we have here. I think the a lot of light intensity is really giving that an effect.
I think at home you might lose that, but I think on stage lights, that's going to pop.
That'll sparkle.
And also, we're using the Harley Benton. They are a sponsor of the event. We also have the Pod Go down here under the table in the shade where it will not overheat, which
It's hotter than we are.
apparently has been a problem. We should have gotten one in white.
Yeah,
Maybe?
reflect some of the sunlight back on.
You should do a video, The Science of Overheating Electronics.
With a camera that just farts out halfway through.
Here's what you do. I know we're sidetracking from this video a bit, but you put the electronics out in the sun on a bench. You lay out on the sun. You see which one overheats first.
I've got no chance of winning that one.
Race to heat stroke.
I'm already covering this guitar in sweat. But you wanted to hear some of my
Yeah.
noodles. I've certainly been playing different now that I'm here, but I've been doing a lot of the. And if you just go back and forth between two chords, you never have to think about where the progression goes. Because if I would try to do a third chord in there, it would sound dreadful. That maybe worked. But it was a guess.
But that's an ending. You want to keep going.
Yeah.
When you're just jamming, you want it to just keep going back and forth. And like an easy thing to do is doing the chords back and forth. Like finding a couple chords that you can go back and forth on. If you take a risk, then it's over. And like then you start over. Like last night we were all jamming around with the acoustic guitars and stuff like that. And a lot of the songs that were working last night, 2 and 3 chords. Like we were playing
Cycling around.
Jane's Addiction, 2 chords, and we were on it. We were playing Alanis Morissette, One Hand in My Pocket, almost 2 chords.
But you're right. At any point where there was a different section of the song would come in, we lost it completely.
Oh, totally. We all fell apart. It had nothing to do.
Oh no, nothing to do with the alcohol.
Anything else. I want to see, like, if I call them safety riffs when I'm filming, and I'm like, I need to demonstrate the tone of something. I just do a scale run.
Oh yeah.
Like, what do you do that you know you're not going to mess it up? You know?
Oh, I will still mess it up, but I'll try to. And I'll just try to keep in that little box and hopefully not do anything wrong.
And what part of that drives you nuts because you've done it too much?
That it all sounds the same, and
Right.
this doesn't sound musical. There's anything musical about it. It is just random sort of it's emulation of what other people are doing rather than
Right.
music in its own right.
And it's like, I think it's part of the problem is because when you film a demo, when you film a video, you're doing that thing over and over and over again. You only have so many riffs, and you recycle them over and over again. The person in the audience is like, oh, that sounds great. But we're just regurgitating our cliches back at ourselves
Yeah.
for hours at a time. And then you listen to it like, okay.
Oh, we've done it.
All right, I was in. Why do I do that so much? Like to end it, you know.
Let me hear some of yours.
All
Because
right.
I know you have classics that you pull back on all the
Classics.
time. With
Jeez.
your surf nature.
Well, the surf stuff is they're chunks of actual songs and stuff like that. But if I'm doing like just a scale run, then I'm like. And this part drives me nuts. But I do it too much. And that start of it, I wonder if the drone's gonna make it into the recording as far as audio goes.
Suddenly, what's that noise? Giant mosquitoes.
Yeah! They're back! This thing always embarrasses me, and probably no one else cares when it's like, dude, that's like just the walk up.
Is it the cleanliness of the way it's played, or just the fact that that's what's being played?
I've done it so many
So many
times, and
times.
it's meaningless. It's not musical to me anymore. I always end with like that. there's so many things that I hate, and it's because I'm not thinking about it. I'm not playing with my sexy brain. I'm playing with my unsexy hands. Let's see if I can think
Okay.
into a riff.
Engage brain.
Engaged brain here.
It's difficult.
It is like
What do you?
it's on the spot creativity. I don't even like that I'm starting with a low note.
As soon as you started, like, nope, that
Like
wasn't it.
starting on the root makes me feel like a simpleton.
It's like you haven't got the
Right.
correct theoretical knowledge to find any more interesting way to start.
That's still the root. God damn it. See, that already feels better to me because that's not the root. I'm starting on the E into an A minor. I like that. Yeah. See, I want to do that, but that feels like dumb to me now.
Done too
All right,
often.
you try.
Try and think something.
That's not really me thinking. It's just me forcing myself to do something that's not immediately obvious.
Yeah, something that you wouldn't immediately do.
Not starting on the root, and then not trying to terminate it by doing the dun dun dun. Back to the
things
root.
you know. What would I not do? I would probably not start with a pre-bend.
I mean, pre-bend is sexy though.
It's sexy.
We're also
Immediately falling back into my old habits after though. What do I do after that?
we're also learning about our different tone preferences here. I'm super duper bright.
Because you're all in there.
Yeah, Colin's rolling
rolling
back into
off.
like jazzy sounds.
Another thing that I find myself doing from muscle memory is keeping it moving far too quickly and not just letting a note rest and sing out.
The temptation to shred playing with her dumb hands.
Yeah.
Like, it's like I'm trying to do something. I'm trying to do something impressive. What is impressive about using my hands? Going fast.
I'll go fast, yeah.
Like showing that I can get there. Where like that's not. You can absolutely make very good music by playing fast, but that's not necessarily the quickest path to good music.
More people are impressed by just like a note well selected.
It's all hooks. Like it's all like stuff that is earworms, you know? And you don't. There's players that are very good at making fast playing that get stuck in your head. For the most part, that's not the case. You know? It's not as musical in most situations. There are always exceptions, and there
Yes.
are always exceptional players out there who have exceptional minds and can use it for fast playing.
But I think when it comes to fast playing, when it comes to shred, it needs to continually move in its structure and its melody. Because if it's too, even if you're using all different techniques and it's too much of the same, it all blends into one for me after a while.
It just turns into fast blues noodling a lot of
Yeah.
time. If you're not going somewhere, like when we first got to Palawan on our trip here.
Yeah.
We went out in the pool and it was raining and it was amazing.
Oh.
And Carlos put Steve Vai on the sound system that was in the little pool house over there. This sounds so bougie right now. We were in an Airbnb that was next to a rooster farm.
We got kept up all night with them damn roosters.
Right. But I'm sitting there listening to Steve Vai play through one of his jams, one of his songs, and I'm like, he's really, really good at coming up with these memorable parts. And any one of these parts could be a complete song.
Yeah.
But every 30 seconds, here's a new song in my song. There's 12 songs in this song. But he has that skill to make those shreddy, very technical moments incredibly musical as well.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And you need a bit of that.
Which is different than the guy at your local open mic who technically is doing the same physical stuff.
But with no thought process behind it.
Right. The gymnastics are there. The music isn't there quite as much.
And we can talk about that, but ultimately we can't do any.
No,
All
no,
those
no.
things.
I
We're throwing that shade, but
I definitely don't have the skill. I can cheat stuff. Like you give me high gain and I can tap. And
oh
tap
yeah,
and
you
then,
can
yeah.
sort of tap it out
Right.
and you make it sound like you know what you're doing.
I can take 2 notes and play them quick.
All that stuff doesn't work on that lovely clean tone, but
Did you beat me at your drink?
oh, it's still.
Oh, you okay?
I got to catch up. Here.
Well, who's actually winning? Is quick consumption something to be proud of? These are just juices, by the way.
Oh yeah, just lovely, tasty, lovely, tasty.
No,
multicolored juice.
they are tequila sunrises, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
The problem with tropical drinks is they don't always taste like there's something else in there.
No.
And that definitely never gets us in trouble, does it?
How do we fix this problem that we've encountered in our lives? That we don't use our ears, don't use our brains.
I think being aware of the problem is the biggest part of the solution. Being honest with ourselves that we have a problem.
Yes.
I feel like if I had any experience in, like self-help things, I probably have a list of steps we could go through.
Oh yes. It's probably all very applicable.
It probably is.
We're both guitar playing and the way we treat it is probably applicable to many problematic life decisions that some people get caught up in.
Absolutely. Like
I
there's
need
some
help for.
sort of element, like what, can we remember like the steps of trauma or something like
Yeah.
that? Like acceptance, denial, I don't know, like there's something in there. It's for the comments section. Guys, you figure that out for us in the comments section.
We'll see what you see what you think. I already can't speak. The heat is getting to me far too much here.
It's the heat and the realization that we're not in the water.
We should be in the water.
We should be in the water right now.
I think that's what we've learned more than anything else here, is that we should finish this video. You've seen the loveliness behind us, including Henning in his hammock. That looks relaxing.
Wait.
Oh, he's coming.
Did you say splishy splashy?
We're gonna do splishies. Yep. Mm-hmm. Henning's splishy splashy body.
He's ready.
Shall we go and join him, Ryan?
We should go get in the water and we should think about this more and think about how we can make ourselves, how we should think about how other people can make themselves better, because we're definitely not going to actually. We have to do far too much meaningless guitar playing to get past
actually
our mindless
practice
noodling. Yeah.
and- oh, it's not gonna happen.
Imagine if every video that we came to, we had to have original, thoughtful pieces prepared.
For every unoriginal overdrive that we review.
Hey, here's another off-brand multi-effect where I've got to go through all the features and the patches. Here's
Musically creative and at the same time.
Here's an hour and a half of original content I came up with.
It's a job for you guys. We're inspiring you, hopefully, to use your heads, your ears, to make better music. And share it with us and sign off in the comments about how you're implementing that.
Ooh,
your
crossover
ways.
to my channel. If you feel you're making better music, email it to 60cyclehumcast@gmail.com and we'll play it at the end of the podcast.
And you can get this t-shirt at MrGoogle.com for 15% off with the coupon code 42GEARisland. Not sponsored by Mr. Google. Wait, I think it is. I don't know. They gave us the shirts.
They gave
They
us
gave
the
us
shirts.
shirts. That's
Yeah,
technically
it's-
sponsored.
Yeah,
It's
it's
sponsorship. It's sponsorship.
Henning, if a company gives us product, we do the little check mark that says paid promotion, right?
Yep.
But also for t-shirts?
For t-shirts
For
as well.
anything, Henning.
Come
For
on,
everything.
So you can get the shirt with the octo guy.
The
for-
Rocktopus.
The
Octopus.
Should we do the slur?
And if you like seeing Henning's nipples, make sure that you follow all the channels that are here because they're sure to make more appearances.
Okay, made him cover up.
I'm sorry.
Do you have a way you close a video?
Keep it loud, guys. We'll see you next time. That'll do it.
I'm in the water and I'm wet.